Guys, what's up? Today I'm going to give my retrospective review of Nightmare on Elm Street. Let me tell you a little short history about this retrospective review. I did review like all six, and I was going to work my way on seven of Nightmare on Elm Street, but I never saved the video blog when I deleted the original channel page before this one, and I wish I did. So hopefully you'll go by my retrospective review of the past and flashback to my thoughts of talking about the original Nightmare on Elm Street movie franchise series from 1 through 7. And fuck the remake. The remake was horrible. It should have never been made because they ain't did it right. Let me say also the remake one time and one time only, and I have no plans on going back to it. My retrospective is going to be coming from this Blu-ray release from the movie, and fantastic release. All the special features, all the original Nightmare on Elm Street movies that Robert Englund played, of course, is in this. So I advise people to get this. I saw it on Amazon.com for a cheaper price now, so take advantage of it before it becomes out of stock or out of print. Let me say how I first came across Freddy Krueger and the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise. I remember seeing the poster as a double feature bill of 1 and 2. And when I saw the poster, I was scared of it. Like, I didn't know what the hell it was. You know, I was like scared to death. As the poster was scary as hell. And so I never bothered watching the movie back then. You know, because I was scared. And I went off. I think what movie I saw. I think I saw Three Amigos or Little Shop of Horror at the time in the movie theater. And I was like, well, why am I watching Little Shop of Horror? You know, talking plan. And if I knew more about Freddy Krueger, I'd be like, shit, I saw some Nightmare on the Street. Oh, interesting in the morning time, guys. So anyway, a few years later, I rented it on video cassette, you know, and that's when I had the taste of Freddy Krueger at Nightmare on Elm Street. And I saw part 2 first, actually, if I remember. It was part 2 I saw first, because I liked the cover, and then I went back and saw part 1, and I was like, wow, what have I been missing? And ever since then, man, I was like a Nightmare on Elm Street fan, man. Freddy Krueger was the shit. And I know, let's be real, he was a molester. Let's be real. I don't support people molesting people. I don't like to see that in movies and stuff. But if it goes with it, it goes with it. But that's what Freddy Krueger was. He was a murderer, a molester of children. They never say in exact words in the movie, but that's what he was. And pretty much the family of those kids, they went to get revenge and they burned Freddy Krueger down. They burned him down. And then he comes back for revenge to kill the kids of Elm Street. You know, that was his form of revenge in their dreams. And I was like, whoa, that's fucking crazy. And Freddy Krueger had all these ways of making you scared or fearing you. And, you know, he wasn't playing, man. Growing up, I actually owned the Nightmare on Elm Street, like, cassette, like, the Freddy Krueger soundtrack. Like, it was a soundtrack to Freddy Krueger when he was saying a parody of different songs and stuff, which I talked about it in this channel page. You can check it out. And when I was a kid, I also have a sticker book of A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3. It was a sticker book of 1, 2, and 3, but mainly 3 because that's when they was promoting the movie. And I remember getting the sticker book, and I think that's how I was able to order that cassette. And you know, Nightmare on Elm Street is part of pop culture, man. I mean, Freddy Krueger's an icon. I mean, they had video games based on him, comic books, action figures, Halloween costumes. I remember owning the actual Freddy Krueger glove, the costume prop. And I don't have it no more. I wish I did because I sold it at the time because I needed money. And I look back on it, I feel so bad. You know, I wish I had it. I wish I kept it. But maybe one day I'll get it back. So, meanwhile, yeah, and let me say something about Nightmare on Elm Street series. What's cool about the Nightmare on Elm Street than other horror movies is that they really take advantage of each generation in the movie, like pop culture. Like, for example, like in Part 5, comic book audience. Part 6, Found Nightmare. Freddy's Dead, I mean. They took advantage of the video game wars. Like, Nintendo was the shit back then. You know, it still was, though, but they show you, like, Freddy Krueger playing video games with the Power Glove. Part 3 with the MTV crowd. So if you think about Nightmare on Elm Street, that's what makes the franchise so cool, because they take advantage of the pop culture audience, and they know what's in and what's not, you know. And I even mentioned in the intro, what I like about Freddy Krueger is his style, not only the killing stuff, but his personality, his persona. He wasn't like a quiet killer. He will talk to you. He will mock you. He will profane you and find your weakness everywhere as possible. And you know, that's what makes Freddy Krueger to be the greatest horror icon ever. I didn't say one of them. I like a lot of horror icons, but he is the best. I don't care what anybody says. And just forget about that remake. You know, just pretend it never existed, guys. Nightmare from Part 1. I remember when I saw it. This movie was about the heroine Nancy, and she battles Freddy Krueger. She finds out her friends are dying one by one, and she's wondering like who's killing this guy. She doing like a little investigation. Talk to her mom. Her mom reveals the truth, and find out her father was in on it. Also, who's the John Saxon, sheriff of the movie. And then she battles Freddy Krueger with traps and actually defeated him. And then we got Part 2, and this time this takes another route. I felt like it was like really serious, just like the first movie. And a lot of people, like some people didn't like it, but I like it. You know, I grew into it. I saw it a couple of times to get used to it or what's going on, because this time we got Freddy Krueger. He's gonna possess a boy, and he wants to come into the real world. Now, this is one of my favorite scenes, the pool party scene. Of course, when Freddy Krueger comes out in the real world, it's like killing people at the pool party. And yo, that shit was scary. And then the boy has to fight Freddy Krueger in a warehouse, like the boiler room and stuff. And he saw like the Freddy Krueger dog. I remember when I saw the Freddy Krueger dog, I was like, what the fuck is that, man? That shit was crazy, man. And he was able to defeat Freddy. And according to me, that every of the Freddy Krueger movies have a twist ending, except for 7 and 6. That's where they like close the door in a way. But still, I'm just saying there were twist endings in each of them. Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3, Dream Warriors. I think in Part 3, in my opinion, I think that's when they really put the foot down and kicked the door open. And that's when they took advantage more of the pop culture audience. And this time it takes place in the mental hospital. And you get the heroine Nancy from the first movie, who's in Part 3. And she plays like a social worker, trying to counsel kids with mental health issues. And Freddy Krueger's in there killing the kids one by one. Found in the history about the mental hospital that Freddy Krueger's mother, who was a nun, she was like molested by these different mental patients, and that's how Freddy Krueger was born. And the ghost of Freddy Krueger's mom is telling the male psychologist like how to battle Freddy Krueger. She was like help her mom, you know, you gotta find the bones to beat him. And with the help of Nancy's father, John Saxon, him and the psychologist had to like dig up the bones and burn the bones, you know, to stop him. And then you had the Freddy Krueger skeleton, and I thought it was really cool, you know. And you also got the part where Nancy's counseling the kids with the silver ball, and each of the kids got their own unique powers, their inner power, their inner belief, and their dreams, what they dream about the most. Like gymnastics, you got one who want to be a bagger with knives, and you know they all battle. Each of them battle Freddy Krueger with their special abilities. Of course, it didn't work. Freddy Krueger ended up beating them anyway. And you got like the wizard master guy who's like in Dungeons and Dragons and shit like that. It was funny. That scene, I mean, Part 3 was really good. And then, let me drink my orange juice, guys. Nightmare on Elm Street Part 4. If anyone follows my video blog, you guys know I love Part 4 so much because Alice is like the heroine. She is a badass. She's not a scream queen because she's a kick-ass scream queen. Like, she fights back. And to me, this is the Part 4 was the movie when Freddy Krueger had to step his game up, because Alice went beyond. Even to me, she was more stronger than Nancy. Like, she kicks Freddy Krueger's ass. And you got the survivors from Nightmare from Part 3, like the 3 survivors. And Freddy Krueger comes back for revenge, killing the survivors from the last movie of Part 3. And then when he was about to kill the final girl brings in the shy girl from Part 4, Alice, who's going to be the heroine in this one. And she passes her power to her. And then the survivor from Part 3 died. Freddy Krueger, killed her. So now Freddy Krueger got a new cast of kids to kill this time, and you got Alice and her friends that dying one by one. You got a lot of great kill scenes in this one too, by the way. And so when her friends are dying one by one, Alice realized that she's getting her ability. She's like changing, like she got their powers in a way. Like she's smart. There was one when she got confidence. There's one when she got her martial arts skills from her brother, you know. And then she goes to the final battle in the church to battle Freddy Krueger. And she remembers this nursery rhyme, and it was the nursery rhyme they defeated Freddy Krueger in part 4. And then we got part 5. And then we got part 5, and this time it continues on part 4 as Alice, who has the boyfriend again from the 4th movie that she liked it, and this time she's pregnant with his kid. So now what Freddy Krueger is doing this time is that he wants to possess Alice's baby so he can come into the real world now, and Alice realizes that Freddy Krueger is trying to mess with her kid, and she has to go to the dream world and save her child and battle Freddy. And just like in part 4, Alice is still strong, still powerful, still kick-ass, and still like this time she's more like motherly this time because she's gonna protect her kid no matter what. And meanwhile her friends are down one by one, and you got Freddy Krueger. You got one guy who's like into comic books. He said Freddy Krueger defeated a comic book guy, which was funny. And this is an example of pop culture, like comic books. Everyone was into comic books, of course. And so it shows you how Hollywood takes advantage of it. This is when Hollywood got to use their brains. They actually use their brains for once making these movies. And I like all Freddy Krueger's movies. I don't care about what people think. I don't care about the budget, how he did well in the movie theater. I only care about what I like. So let me just say that. So anyway, Alice defeated Freddy Krueger with the hope of, guess what, Freddy Krueger's mom, who got like baby Freddy Krueger now, and Freddy Krueger's getting dragged in. It was just funny, man. That shit was crazy. It was funny, but it was crazy at the same time. And then you got part 6. Freddy's dead. This is the last Freddy Krueger movie. Freddy's gonna die. And this time they give Freddy Krueger a big ass flashback story. How Freddy was a father. They show you his wife, of course, Robert Englund's character, and he has this daughter. And then though his wife does something in the basement for hours, he's killing kids, he's making weapons, and the daughter of Freddy Krueger saw Robert Englund. Freddy Krueger killed his mom, and Robert Englund's about to go after the daughter, and tell her he's telling her something to calm it down. I forgot. I apologize. But then the daughter grew up, to become a social worker for juvenile kids, and then they go to Elm Street. Of course, Freddy Krueger's killing the kids one by one as usually, and you got one great kill scene with playing the video game like I mentioned with the power glove. Awesome scene, by the way. Now that's playing with power. Oh man, and yeah, it was horrible, but it had comedy to it also. But of course, that's Freddy, man. That's his style, man. And it works. It really works. So while the daughter of Freddy Krueger found a way to defeat him, she's gonna wear these 3D glasses with Freddy Krueger into the real world and kill him in the real world. And you got this epic battle with the daughter versus Freddy Krueger in a one-on-one battle. It was awesome. And she kills Freddy with his own glove. And Freddy's dead, and the credits are rolling over the montage of all his movies in the past. Now, years later, after that, we end up getting New Nightmare. New Nightmare, it took me a while to get used to it, but then after watching the stupid remake with Jackie Hall Haley, trust me, I like New Nightmare even more than ever. Trust me, because Robert Englund was prized as well as Freddy Krueger again. This time you got Nancy from 1, 3, comes back in New Nightmare. She plays herself pretty much, an actress who's in the Nightmare on Street movie. She thinks Freddy Krueger is real, like she has having these dreams and stuff, like feeling like I think Freddy's real. She's talking to Robert Englund, she's talking to like people behind the movie, going on TV interviews, and saying she feels like Freddy Krueger is real. And then later, Freddy Krueger killed the babysitter. He kidnaps the boy. He drags Nancy into this dream world, like Nancy had the dream world. Into Freddy Krueger's world, it was like realistic. I like Freddy Krueger this way. I do like his look, how he looks, and it was really cool. The claws, and he looks really scary as usual, but he looks more scary in this one. And excuse me for stuttering, man. I'm having some camera issues, so forgive me, guys, if I messed up. But now she's gonna save her son, and she battles Freddy Krueger, defeated him, and pretty much closed the chapter on Freddy Krueger once and for all. And let me just say that Nightmare on Elm Street, aka the original movie franchise with Robert Englund, is fantastic. It's awesome. Still holds up today. Not only we have old fans that still support it, we have new fans that love it also, and they're getting used to it now. So that's excellent. So guys, I hope you enjoyed my retrospective review. And I apologize for a moment. My camera got shut down due to a 50-minute time limit. So please forgive me. But I hope you enjoyed my talk of the series and my retrospective review. And I hope I did it justice. So peace, guys. See you later. And Merry Christmas. Oh my God, I did this on Merry Christmas time. Isn't it amazing?